Here we go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, welcome to the Sun Spirit Pokemon channel. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon, and this is my lovely wife.
Hi.
You can give them your name?
Yeah, my name is Jen.
And this is in sort of an, Luna, introductory video for us. I kind of get to know us a little bit about our history with Pokemon, some of our favorite stuff with Pokemon, and why we established a Pokemon channel in the first place.
Yeah.
What we have here is a Kirby hat. And
Kirby.
To go with her Kirby short. And there's a couple of questions in here that we'll randomly draw in and pick out and answer in a little fun fashion. You want to go ahead and reach in and pick the first question? Well, wouldn't you know it? You want to turn that around for everybody?
You should like and subscribe
to the channel. What? Who put that in there?
I don't know.
Not me. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss what we're doing. We upload videos every Wednesday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Next question. Non-Pokemon hobbies. So do we have any non-Pokemon hobbies?
Mm-hmm.
There's a very clear and distinctive yes, we definitely do.
Yes.
I play a ton of video games outside of Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Like just a metric shitload, to the degree that you might get a little frustrated at me at times for how many games I buy, and then they just sit in my backlog.
You do have quite the backlog. Oh, just quite the collection.
Yeah, let's call it a collection.
Mm-hmm.
I also play guitar. I'm a programmer. Or I write code. I'm in college for that, so yay. But what about you? What do you do outside of Pokemon?
Also play video games.
What?
I play Kirby and Sims. Stardew Valley.
It's like Sims plus one
Animal
generally for
Crossing.
you. You like to play, like you'll play a bunch. You regularly play Sims.
Yeah.
And then you'll add like another game into it.
Keep it interesting.
Yeah. It's like you've been playing a lot of Kirby recently. Kirby in the Forgotten Land.
It's been fun. I also craft. I crochet. I sew.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that.
She's made us this huge blanket. It took her like a year to make, but
2 years.
2 years to make. But it's still on our bed. I don't think it's come off since you finished it.
What else do I do? That's really I like doing makeup.
Yeah, you're really good at that.
Other than that,
I would say that covers us pretty well. Your turn.
Pets.
Well, wouldn't you know it? We have 3 of them.
One's right here.
So this is Ren. That is short for Rengoku, though he is nowhere near as wonderful and just as his namesake.
The one that was sitting right here is Luna.
She was our first cat.
She's our baby.
And you can't see him right now, but I'll put a picture up on screen because he's sleeping right now. It is Slinky. That is my dog. That's my boy.
So the other cat leaves us.
As Ren decides to go run away. I'm sure y'all hear them playing in the background at some point. But that's it right now. Our house kind of just doesn't really accommodate much more than that. Once we move, we'll definitely get like another cat, another dog probably. But and then eventually.
And litter robot.
Yeah. And she wants to get into some other... Yeah,
I like other animals too. I want some reptiles and some tinier mammals.
If we get a gecko, it must be Trico.
Yeah.
But those are the 3 we have now.
Currently.
That will change as we go along in the years on this channel.
Yeah.
And we'll give you an update every once in a while.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. First Pokemon game. Well, that's pretty easy for me. It was Pokemon Blue. My parents, after Pokemon came out, my sister and I became obsessed with the show. And that Christmas, they got us each a Game Boy Color. I got a purple one, and my sister got a red one. and we got Pokemon Blue and Red respectively.
Cool.
So we, not to be hipstery or anything, we were there from the start.
Yeah.
You know, we just grew up at that time,
Mm-hmm.
and so did you.
Yeah. I watched a lot of the show, of course, but my first Pokemon game was Ruby.
Oh.
I finally got a Game Boy Advance at that time. It was one of those pink clear case ones.
God, I miss those.
Yeah, and so that was my first one, and then of course, I mean, I'll just kind of briefly go a little bit past that. I played that. I played Leaf Green. Oh no, I did Fire Red. My brother had Leaf Green, and then I played Pearl, and those were the only Pokemon games I played up until November of last year.
Yeah, when Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl dropped.
Yeah.
And we picked up Diamond because our local Walmart had it on sale, or it had just come out in our Walmart, and I'm sure Walmarts all over the country had it for $10 off.
Yeah.
And so we were just like, I was like, oh, that would be fun to play.
Yeah.
Because I had fallen off the Pokemon bandwagon pretty hard too.
Well, you played Sword. You played Sword when it first came out.
Yeah.
And you enjoyed that, beat the game, and then you picked it back up when the DLC came out. But you didn't really play as often or as much probably when we first started dating and all that stuff. So it's definitely been like I fell off way long ago, and yours was more recent. Yeah.
And then we kind of grew into enjoying it together. So that's what's made it really fun to me. But yeah, so it was Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
Some good choices, some good ones to start with.
Who was your starter?
Oh, easy. It was Bulbasaur. Always Bulbasaur.
I had Torchic, of course.
Torchic's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I feel like in Ruby you could pick any of the starters and be okay.
Yeah, all the starters in Ruby and Sapphire are
pretty good.
Pretty great.
All right, you want to pick the next question?
Yeah. I'll think about it for a second. Why Sun and Spirit?
So that's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's Decidueye is my favorite starter. Rowlet's my favorite starter.
Yeah.
Decidueye is my favorite evolved starter. And his signature move is Spirit Shackles.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like that kind of really matched with your favorite Pokemon, which is...
I love Espeon. Always have since the moment I got my first Espeon Pokemon card. And obviously the way to evolve Eevee into Espeon is high friendship during the day. So she's the sun Pokemon of the evolutions. So Sun and Spirit.
And really, Sun and Spirit just kind of...
It works.
It sounds better than Spirit and Sun. So when I kind of was coming up with those ideas, I was like, oh yeah, Sun and Spirit. And then you brought up like what about like Pokemon or PKMN or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, yeah, no, Sun and Spirit Pokemon.
Just because because Sun and Spirit is very vague and it's very real world as well, and you'll see that in like other people's videos, I've noticed. Like so obviously you can't just be like, yeah, we're Sun and Spirit, and then like expect people to think, oh, that's a Pokemon channel.
Yeah. But putting the Pokemon in there really obviously helped kind of solidify that identity.
For sure.
Let's go with the next question. Favorite Pokemon card so far?
Like that we've pulled?
I would say yeah.
Okay.
Or bought. Because our local card shop will do, they have like a big box of holo rares up to VMAXs. And it's like $1 to $2 for the cards. They're not in the best shape.
Yeah, they're not PSA 9 or 10 by any means. No. But it's fun because you can complete sets or just get cards you like for pretty cheap. You'll always hear him, he's belled because he gets into trouble.
Absolutely. I feel like that's a really tough question, honestly.
Because a lot of the ones that I like, I would go more for pulled. And I haven't pulled, like, this is my favorite card of all time.
Yeah. I wouldn't say all time. Just of the cards you've pulled so far, what's the one that, like, sticks out to you?
Well, I've pulled the Charizard VMAX from Shining Fates.
Yeah, so you do have, I'll put that on the screen.
That one was big. And then I also pulled my first gold card which was the Cape of Toughness.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then, was it after we pulled Pokemon cards? I can't remember where Skyla came from.
No, Skyla was...
Is that Vivid Voltage? That wasn't in the video.
No. So occasionally, so we'll buy like product for videos, and then we open some stuff for ourselves.
Yeah.
And one of the things we opened for ourselves was the recently reprinted Vivid Voltage.
I can't
Elite
remember where
Trainer
she
boxes.
came from, but the full art Skyla is really pretty, and I really liked that one that I pulled.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Of course, none of them are my favorite Pokemon or any they're just really cool pulls that I've had. I don't really. I'm waiting for like the good. We're gonna get some more Shining. No, not Shining Fates. We're getting a Brilliant Stars booster box, which has the all the evolutions, and I really want a full art evolution. Any of them will suffice because they're really expensive to buy on their own. So
I was gonna say my favorite pull so far is probably I have the Sylveon alt art with her on like the standing on the building. Or is that a trainer? No, it's not.
No, it's just the full art. It's not the secret rare full art.
Is
there's
it?
2 of them.
This is probably my favorite pull. It just looks really, really good. I keep it and all of my favorite, some of my favorite and very nostalgic specific cards in these Ultra Pro magnetic cases.
These big boys.
Yeah. All right.
All right. That was your pull.
Yeah. So go ahead. Got a couple more questions.
Well, I've already answered this, but favorite Pokemon.
So it may come as a surprise because the channel name is Sun Spirit and Decidui is the emphasis for it. My favorite is actually Machamp, who you will see up here. Machamp's been my favorite for a long, long time.
Yeah.
But my number one is actually, I would say it's tied for 3 Pokemon, with Machamp always eking them out. And that's Scizor, Decidui, and Machamp. Those are my big 3, but if I had to pick a number 1, it has and always will be Machamp.
Yep.
Ugh. And of course, you answered that.
Yeah, my favorite Pokemon is Espeon. I'll briefly. I don't remember opening up Pokemon cards as a kid, but I had a collection of Pokemon cards. I don't know if they were just like brothers were like, I don't care about these cards, you have them. So I had the OG Neo Genesis Espeon card, and from that moment, that's when I this is my favorite Pokemon.
So what would be like some alternatives for you?
Excuse me. I love Galarian Rapidash. I love Alola Ninetales.
That to me is probably one of the biggest improvements from Cantonian to Galarian.
And I really like...
Or Alolan, sorry.
I would go with Milotic as number 4 in there.
Okay.
I really like her design. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be a her. I like that design.
Yeah, that's very true. All right, we got
serpent monster-y, but beautiful, because obviously that's the way you evolve it.
Right. God, that's a nightmare.
Well, at least you weren't me.
Yeah. That's gonna be a good story to tell on a stream one day.
One day. We'll tell the story of my diamond, sorry, no.
Your Pearl Phoebus.
No, it's diamond, it's shining.
Shining Pearl.
No. Brilliant Diamond copy version, that copy, my Phoebus in there. We'll tell that story eventually.
2 questions left, so I'm gonna pull this next one. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the next question.
Yeah.
Why are we still...
Favorite Pokemon type?
Okay.
There's a number 1 for me. But again, it kind of falls like the Machamp situation where it's 3 of them are tied for first place.
Yeah.
Number 1's Bug type. I love Bug types. But right up there with it is Fighting and Ghost.
Yeah.
Well, geez, man.
We've kind of talked about this off camera.
Yeah.
My favorite type is probably leaning towards Psychic, but especially in the Pokemon card game Psychic, because it includes all the Fairy type now, because Rip Fairy type in the card game.
Right. A lot of the poison types.
A lot of the poison types, but I really do like. And it's funny because, again, something we've talked about off camera, I don't actually play a lot of Psychic Pokemon in the game. But
Maybe
I
it's.
do love psychic like most of my favorites end up being psychic.
Okay.
I love love a good Gardevoir. I do play with Gardevoir, and I've played with Gallade and stuff like that, and they're both psychic.
Hatterene, Galarian Rapidash.
A lot of my favorites tend to go into that, so I would say it's my favorite, but I don't actually use them very often. So then I would say like my other favorite that I do use a lot is probably Fire and Dark.
Yeah, I would say that. That's good set. I mean, Incineroar's like the perfect Pokemon for your typing right there. All right, last question.
Boop.
Let's see what it is.
Favorite non-mainline game. So, obviously not your Gen 1 through 8, but anything that's not a regular Pokemon game.
I'm gonna say Pokken Tournament.
Yeah.
So I'm a huge fighting game fan. I grew up playing Marvel vs. Capcom, or Marvel Superheroes, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, in the bowling alley where my dad worked. Because he would just pick me up from school, and I'd just sit there, and he'd chuck quarters at me and say, all right, have fun. And he could, as my cat runs around, going crazy. Hi, Slinky. Hi, Slinky. Do you want to be in the video too? So when they announced, like, yeah, there's going to be a pseudo-competitive Pokemon fighting game coming out made by the Tekken team, I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I still love it. I think it's great. I think Pokken Tournament DX is a fantastic addition. I hope we get a sequel, but knowing Nintendo, the Pokemon Company, and Bandai, it's going to take forever to line up. So here's to hoping. I literally got 3 of my favorite Pokemon, 3 or 4 of my favorite Pokemon in DX, though, because it's got Decidueye, Scizor, Machamp, and Aegislash. So, like,
of course.
Chandelure's there, like, Gengar. They're really like, hey, homie, your favorite Pokemon?
We made this game for you.
Just for you.
Nobody else.
But I definitely enjoy stuff like Pokemon Snap.
You get the new one.
Yeah, the later Mystery Dungeon stuff was pretty fun. Pokemon Conquest, which is Fire Emblem meets Pokemon. It's really
like
good.
Grid-based RPG.
Yes, SRPG style stuff. Yeah, no, that's good soup.
Yeah, I fell off the Pokemon bandwagon for a long time, so I don't remember half of these things. But back when I had my DS, I played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Was it DS? I don't know. Whatever the one that was on, it was the blue team. I know that one for sure.
Because you could, I think they released one on Game Boy Advance.
And
one on DS at the same time, if I recall correctly.
And it was red and blue. So I played that one way back in the day when that first came out. I really liked it. So when, of course, the one for the Switch.
Yeah, DX came out.
Once we got back into Pokemon and I knew that there was one on the Switch, I knew I wanted to play it. So I've been playing that off and on. Really enjoy it. And it's funny because I'm not a big dungeon crawler kind of person, but it's just fun.
Well, and it's much more accessible than like other dungeon crawlers, which can be very time intensive.
And it's not like you're actually, I don't know, it's very, of course, mission based and it's very easy. Just get to the next floor and find the right Pokemon. Yeah,
it's not difficult at all.
No.
It's baby's first dungeon crawler. But that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And it works great for Pokemon.
But again, I'm not a dungeon crawler fan, so that's why it works. Because I wouldn't go out of my way to play a dungeon crawler. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
So if it be babies first, that's what it be.
That's what it be. Well, there we are. That is about 8 questions, I think it was. Like 8 or 9 questions. Sorry about that. That kind of gets you guys a little bit more knowledge about us. If you have any more questions, go ahead and put them down in the comments. We will save those and maybe do like a Q&A or something for like 100 subscriber special maybe, or 50. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching all the way until the end. We do 2 videos a week. The Saturday video is always Pokemon TCG. Yeah. And the Wednesday video is Pokemon non-TCG, basically. Yeah. Whether it be
us playing a game, like an actual video game, or maybe we'll save that for the TCG ones.
Yeah.
just probably playing games. Lots of like playing maybe some Let's Go.
Yeah, Let's Go
or-
Pikachu Eevee, doing fun Pokemon challenges like
Yeah.
Guess the Cry and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can get 2 videos every week coming straight from us. You can always count on them.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you on Saturday for, I think this Saturday is going to be the Evolution Tins opening.
Oh yeah.
So make sure you don't miss that. That's going to be a goodie. You guys have a great rest of your Wednesday and a great rest of your week. You're halfway there. You can do it. Much love. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
A boogie goes so far back.